If fictional characters could join real-world conversations, which one would be the most intriguing to talk to? Double fictional. He's got a 2-day head start on you, which is more than he needs. Brody's got friends in every town and village from here to the Sudan, he speaks a dozen languages, knows every local custom, he'll blend in, disappear, you'll never see him again. With any luck, he's got the grail already. Think about the sorts of stories that double fictional Brody would have. It's obvious that those discarding superheroes in Star Wars have never traveled outside of the United States. Superman isn't on the same level as Mickey Mouse, Bugs Bunny, and, to a lesser degree, Pikachu, even if he may be the closest in those series. Homer Simpson. He's been to space, won a Grammy, been to almost every continent in lots of different countries, was neighbors with 2 former presidents, met a ton of famous people, been to a different dimension, and almost died a couple times. As someone getting into Western comics, I always wanted to talk to Batman and ask for life advice. Depending on which and what Batman we're talking about, I'd say it can be interesting to downright disturbing. Sherlock Holmes, imagine discussing your day, and he deduces your entire life story from the coffee stain on your shirt. It would be like talking to a walking, talking detective novel. Lol. Paul Atreides from Dune. His coming of age into this all-knowing, power-hungry being would definitely make for an interesting conversation that may prove insightful to your future. Rand al'Thor. The Zen version, from End of the Books of course. Although Darth Rand might make for a more exciting conversation, at least until he balefires everything in sight. Super disappointed in the selection so far. All the top answers are characters who are famous for being terse, difficult, and uninformative. Your dinner party is going to suck. Legion from Mass Effect. Pretty gripping convos. Bunch of shit mentioned about his robo-hive mind applies to the way we operate. Still enough of a disconnect to come off as alien. Cheaty from The Good Place. Eleanor pulls up a YouTube video where he's about to give a lecture on what we owe to each other, and I desperately want to hear it. Leto Atreides too, dude literally has the knowledge of billions of existences, and he's called a master conversationalist multiple times in the book. Harley Quinn would at the very least be entertaining. Some of these choices would suck because the characters are known to be antisocial assholes. Either 7 of 9 or Lieutenant Commander Data. I feel like a conversation with either of them would be intriguing, entertaining, and informative. Dr. Ray Stantz. He'd have all the knowledge of Dan Aykroyd but probably more coherent with his thoughts, and his enthusiasm is infectious. Merguem from Hunter x Hunter. One of the most intellectually complex character arcs in a fictional story, in my humblest of opinions. Yaoi from Bible. Absolute psychopath. Would be interesting to hear its justification for all the murdering it did in the book. Professor X. The exchange of ideas would be so much more efficient and accurate compared to using just language. The Emperor from Warhammer 40k. Just imagine the knowledge he holds after living for so many years. I would like to talk to Lord Havelock Veterinary and hear how we can get the world back in order. Captain Benjamin Sisko. Diplomacy, parenthood, cooking, strategy, sports, it's all there. For me it's Yoda 100. Can you imagine how hilarious a conversation with him would be? Mushu. Or Donkey from Shrek. Apparently any animated character voiced by Eddie Murphy. Charlie Kelly, so I can get high with him and make some musical masterpieces. Nonsense. Pretty much any character from Arcane, Echo or Soko. Probably most interesting though, Lara Croft. I feel like she would be so kind but have so many good stories to tell. Tyrion Lannister. I mean, come on. You know that's gonna be a lively conversation. Michael Afton. Just to see how all that supernatural trauma really changes a kid. Tyrion Lannister. Would love to have that how would you like to die conversation. I'd say someone incredibly evil. I want to know what's going through their head. The Grim Reaper. I would like to ask him if it really was a salmon moose. The good ones like Sherlock Holmes probably wouldn't be up for conversation. Creed Bratton. The one portrayed on The Office, not the real Creed. Kvoth. We won't be learning about the Doors of Stone any other way. Any of them? Straight up Arthur Morgan. He did not deserve to die. I'd talk to Tony Stark. I'd ask him to make me the same costume. I would love to see Jesus participate in a presidential debate. Batman or Vandal Savage, since the dude has been around forever. Boomhauer from King of the Hill would have some deep thoughts. Iskander from Fate Zero. That MF knows how to inspire people. Bugs Bunny. Lesson in comedy and plenty of snark to be had. I'd love to have a chat with Dr. House about world events. Qui-Gon Jinn or Obi-Wan. Tony Stark would also be an option. The planet Solaris. Okay. Communication would be difficult,